Welcome to Blabbering, a week-by-week glimpse into a couple stumbling through life with a newborn.
I'm Tilly.
And I'm Dan.
Each week over dinner,
You'll learn Tilly is quite the feeder.
We'll discuss the realities of raising our baby, talking through the highs, lows and honest confessions of this thing called parenting.
Parenting won't be easy, but let's at least laugh about it. This is Blabbering.
Welcome to week 11. You can expect this week all things New Year's resolutions, or lack of for us, and New Year with a baby, so in bed by 9 o'clock we're thinking. And everything from our Christmas to now, we're thinking pantomime, family fun, all the eating and vegetating on the sofa.
So I think we're a go.
Okay, welcome to week 11.
Yeah, I think it's week 11.
Yeah, and New Year's Eve. Barbara's actually got her born in 2023 onesie on today.
So while it is episode 10, we're on week 11 because we recorded one at Christmas as the bonus episode.
That's true. Very true. Oh.
So we're in that Christmas perineum, as some people call it, or
Perineum?
Crimbo Limbo. Well, yes, between the arsehole and the vag. So
I've not heard that one.
yeah, Christmas perineum, Crimbo Limbo. What's the other one people call it? There's another one.
So
Sort of like,
dead zone.
yeah, purgatory thing.
What sort of time of year? We don't tend to do very much, do you?
Yeah, get ready to go say that you're going to do loads of things. You do nothing to try and build up the willpower to do loads of things. Then inevitably people end up quitting by February. So by the time this actually comes out, a lot of people will have probably failed their New Year's resolutions.
Yeah. Are you setting any this year? We don't tend to, but have you got any for this year?
We've had this discussion. I don't really like them because I feel that if it's something that you care enough about, you shouldn't need to wait till the beginning of the year to do. And if you don't care, and therefore, if it's something that you said at the beginning of the year, you don't care enough, therefore, to actually see it through. Saying that, I do need to make some lifestyle changes, as we've discussed in terms of before, setting out those sort of habit things that we always, in an earlier episode, we discussed those things that we make sure we do kind of every morning. Watch out with the clanking. Kind of those things that we try and make sure we do every morning. And so mine being meditation, run, and hopefully a little bit of journaling. Oh, I also need to do my cold practice, obviously. Love some of that.
Yeah.
Not just running, working out as well. But yeah. How about you? You got any considering?
I'm sort of similar in vein as you, really. I think if you're going to do something, just do it. Don't wait till the new year. I guess, I've started doing my exercise, postpartum. But I am starting with a new trainer at the beginning of the year. So that's sort of my accident has happened to fall into the start of the new year.
Yeah.
Really, I guess, obviously, what I'd like to do more of in 2024 is I would just like to see more photos. When I get taking photos.
No, and I think that's a lot better to just kind of say things that you'd like to do more of.
Yeah, which is what I think. So I think I'd like to take more photos because I'd like to have all those memories of Zoe, especially for you with your awful memory.
So I think we've come to the conclusion that we're giving up on this idea of trying to hide her identity as Moonbeam.
Yeah.
Yep. So her name's Zola, shortened to Zoe.
Yeah, it's too hard to switch a name there.
Well, I manage, but you don't.
I don't manage. No.
I mean, half the time I do just refer to her as them, so that's quite helpful.
Yeah. So how's your limb?
Well, first let's talk about what we're eating.
Oh,
So what we got for food today?
leftovers. What everyone eats between Christmas and New Year. Although this isn't festive leftovers. We've got some leftover Stilton and Leek macaroni, and we've got a sort of it's not lasagna, but I used lasagna cheese I just smashed up last night. I made it with tomato sauce and cheese and stuff, which you're pretty into.
Yeah, it was bloody good. Well, it is bloody good. Even reheated in the microwave.
Yeah, it's a little pasta combo, all the carbs, while it absolutely pees it down outside.
But the big news is what we're having tonight.
Go on, then you tell them.
No, you run for it because I forget half the stuff.
Well, I don't know what we're actually having.
Okay, so we're going to have a deep fried banquet.
Yeah. The deep fat fryer is coming out. First time we've gone out since Zola's born. You're going to get to meet the deep fat fryer. The present that your daddy got your mum years ago. She's basically buying whatever because it's for him.
But yet I've never bought you sexy underwear.
No, it's just far better, really.
Yeah, so.
It's far more realistic.
And you definitely enjoy this.
Oh, yeah.
Because you get to make your favourite meal. Well, your favourite item.
One of my favourite items, yeah. Prawn toast.
because with you being celiac, you can't really get it anywhere.
No, I do fucking love prawn toast. And I guess your favourite, which is crispy meat.
Crispy meat.
I'm also going to make us. So I got some gluten-free speculoos, so basically like Biscoff biscuit. So I'm going to do us a little sort of trifly thing with that. Sorry, excuse me 1 second. I was getting busy. That sound like wild New Year's Eve is going to be secret puppies. Oh, and weird foods that you bought me.
Yeah, don't forget that.
Our noble meats.
Yeah, so it's some sort of Polish delicacy.
Some kind of charred meat, we're not sure. And lots of other things you bought me. And of course, we're going to win a shit load of MSG.
Yeah. So Tilly's bought me a packet of MSG because I love that stuff.
Do things in this house.
Yeah.
And yeah, delicious. Probably very low alcohol evening. Maybe we'll have a bottle of bubbles.
Yeah, I think that'll bring me on to my low, I guess. I think this week my low is just feeling a bit ill. And also I think she's not been feeling that great. So she's not been sleeping. So yeah.
I've been a bit snotty.
I mean, very snotty.
And then you've been, pretty phlegmy and snotty, and she's just been a bit fussy.
Yeah, given that. So, what was it? I'm dairy tolerant or whatever. Oh, dairy and tolerant or something. Basically, a comedian came up with this thing whereby they're basically somewhat dairy intolerant, but they live with it because they enjoy dairy. That's basically what I am.
Yeah.
And it just makes me really phlegmy. And so the combination of all the Christmas dairy combined with actually having some sort of cold has made me very phlegmy.
Yeah, it's been a delightful week of hearing you have up your guts.
Yeah, snoring away.
Yields.
And so you've also been a bit snotty, and then she's been very fussy, so she's not been sleeping the same. And she's been weighing so fucking
She's been eating loads, though. She's been so hungry this week. Though her appetite is like massively increased, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, generally, we'd solidly get a couple of hours feeds.
Yeah, in terms of sleep.
We haven't during the day, we get that, but now she's having a lot more like sort of cluster feeding and a lot more feeds in general.
Well, the other factor is that because she's more fussy, it ends up being something that we use to calm her down a lot more, because it basically ends up being she wheezes in a nappy. She gets pretty irate about it. Well, you go to change her, she gets pretty irate about it. Then you feed her, and you finish feeding her, she's wheezing in a nappy. And you just kind of have this cycle until she gets really tired and falls asleep, either on the bottle or with wee in the nappy. One or the other. Well, or on the boob. Mainly on the boob.
I'll say this very funny in a bit. I've got a good story for you to tell while you're also fits in the sketch chat. So, I quite enjoy it. It's been quite nice. It's always a weird week, isn't it? You always feel like you're not really doing anything. But it's nice spending time together. It's always a bit of a bitty week, you sort of do bits, but not very much, but it's just sort of quite slow, spending time together.
Well, I think it's a bit different for us because you say we sort of do stuff, but not very much. We've written out like a load of things that we want to try and catch up on, and we're not doing very much of that. Most people kind of have I assume this is what I used to do before, quite a relaxed agenda of just kind of watching stuff, catching up with people and that sort of stuff.
Oh yeah, we don't tend to plan anything, like, apart from some, and a lot of people like sort of plan this 2024 in this period.
Which we should probably do.
Well, yeah, I'd like us to do that, but maybe we'll just do that for the first couple of days of 2024.
Yeah, we're off for the first week. Well, I'm off for the first week and you're off.
So,
indefinitely.
Not true.
Indefinitely.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to sort of the new year. It's always nice to start something new. We went to see Willy Wonka, didn't we? Mum yesterday. She was good. She had a little ear defenders on. She doesn't really like wearing. But she's a good girl. She likes all the lights and colours. Yeah, I mean, it's not masses to report us because there really is. It's one of those weeks where you sort of watch a lot of movies, eat a lot of chocolate.
And in my case, try and catch up on a lot of chores.
Yeah. Let's see a bit of family.
Well, we did my low, just them.
Oh, yeah. It's my low. I guess it's a low / frustration. I don't know. I find when we're doing things in public and she suddenly starts getting fussy, like when we're in a cinema stage, she starts crying a little bit. You suddenly almost like you start panicking about how can you most quickly shut her up. You don't want to inconvenience other people. But actually, in reality, she's a baby. People know she's going to cry. But I
generally agree, but I don't feel it's the same in the cinema. People have bought an experience for something immersive. If I'm in a restaurant, I find it's very different to a cinema.
In a restaurant, but it seems like we're in a cinema, or like when I had her at the Panto.
Yeah, I struggle.
that sort of thing. I'm like, oh god, quickly, like quiet down. You sort of like stress very quickly.
Yeah.
But she's pretty good most of the time. She's a baby in the patient. She did a massive shit, didn't she? And so I need to change it.
Well, that's my scout chat. Don't be ruining that for me.
So yeah, I know everyone I know. Sort of like figuring out that how fast I get a boob out, shoving them out.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's quite different for you. For me, it's just kind of a case of ground bottle and shove it in, or like try and take her out so I can go feed her. Not feed her, sorry, change her. Whereas I guess for you, it's kind of a bit of a case of trying to work out if you can, how you get your poop out. I mean,
I just wrap it out.
yeah, you've become a lot less worried about people seeing your boobs, so it's probably a lot easier back in the time when you were.
When I was at the Pronto, as you get having to get the boob out to feed her, Mum kept trying to cover it up. I was just really like
Watch it.
not bothered. I was just like wrapping it out. She was like, trying to cover it up on that. Oh, okay. So yeah, I'll be a high then.
I've got it written down to make sure I don't forget them. So high. I think she's been a lot more engaging recently in smiles. Well, before she was ill, we had a lot more time of kind of smiling and mimicking. Recently, I think she's been a bit slower to it since she's been a bit more fussy. But yeah, she's done a lot more smiling, stretching out, and stuff like that. Very bright-eyed, as it were. I've definitely enjoyed kind of, and it sounds a bit silly because I don't know. So I guess it goes back to the thing that I don't know if we've discussed this before. I don't think so since we listened to it. I think, but before the Christmas one, didn't discuss it in the Christmas one. There's this kind of old adage that a mum becomes a parent when she finds out she's pregnant, and a dad becomes a parent when the baby's born. And that's kind of very true in terms of the sort of parenting hormones like oxytocin and stuff like that. The emotional change is not so it's not sudden for women, but is mentally you have a bit of prep. Your body's already changing.
Yeah.
Your hormones are ready to help you with that, with the transition. Whereas for men, it transpires it's something they've really got to invest in terms of building that oxytocin. And that's definitely I personally found that quite hard in the first sort of 6 weeks, definitely. And I've found it a bit easier recently because it's stuff like being involved with her, trying to find those moments when she's smiling and those sorts of things to build those moments and that oxytocin, that bonding. Admittedly, whilst being ill, it's been a bit harder because she's just been a lot more fussy, and I'm the sort of person who wants time to do stuff like podcast stuff or whatever. And I've just found that she doesn't sleep for as long periods, like you're saying, in terms of you're not getting that time between sort of feed and change. And so I'm finding that quite difficult because I'm getting a bit up with her, as it were, because I'm wanting to do podcast stuff and she's something like, I need another change. And honestly, I think she was on more than 20 changes a day at certain points, because there were times when she would literally piss every 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I've been better at trying to engage with her. And so there was lots of smiling moments before we all came down with some weird illness. How about you? What's your high?
I think just having it around family this Christmas has been really nice.
Yeah.
I have to share that with her and seeing how like happy she makes our family being around. Her being so comfortable around them as well. We were really happy and proud that we've sort of socialised her well.
Yeah.
Like she's not that she's unattached, that she doesn't care who she's with, but she still seeks comfort from us.
Yeah.
We don't want
nothing.
But she's comfortable.
Maybe I'll shut it off.
Yeah.
Live on the podcast exclusive. I might have to watch it on the video now because I didn't see it because I'm on the wrong angle.
Like, with mum, when she's really comfortable with my mum or her sister or whatever.
Yeah.
Be nice.
She still kind of checks where we are.
Yeah.
Which is good. But then she's very comfortable being with other people. Yeah.
That's been my high. And then, what was your funny?
My funny, okay, so yesterday we were discussing, we've been an odd show to binge watch, but we've been binge watching Louis Theroux. And there was a moment in Louis Theroux, we were watching the Catherine and Ryan episode, and there was a moment in Louis Theroux whereby Catherine Ryan and her daughter, her 13-year-old daughter, 13, she's about 13, I think, are wearing the same outfit. You're a happy girl today. And I found, and I generally don't like the idea of wearing the same clothes as your child for two reasons. Firstly, it promotes this idea of dressing your child to be an accessory of yours. And secondly, it stops them from developing their own identity through something like clothing or whatever. She's chuntering away now.
Oh, where are you, Barbara?
Chatting away, big girl. You want to be on the bus. And so I was saying something along those lines. You were saying, well, it's up to the child and they want to, wear the same clothes.
Yeah, I'm a bit older, I think.
Yeah, then that's fine. And I said, no, I'm not going to allow it. I want them to be original and unique. Don't I, sir? Turned to her and she just spat up a load of vomiting milk at that exact moment. I was like, okay, you may disagree with me there. I mean, she wants to dress exactly like her daddy. But it was the perfect timing of, might want to be unique. Turn around and then...
Yeah, we very say don't want her to be a doll. We barely ever put her in a matching outfit. It's not like it's too bad today. It's very girly today, actually.
Yeah, people gave us a lot of girly stuff. Which I didn't expect.
But I knew, so I didn't want us to find out the gender because I knew we'd get it.
Yeah, but I thought that given that, she would have been arrived by the time people started sending gifts, I thought that they would have just bought their gift before they knew her gender and send it to us. Yeah, which I thought was strange. I didn't think that, in 2023, given how kind of progressive a lot of our family is, and the, places that we...
You're less progressive when it comes to gender.
Yeah. Like, I'm not super bothered. I'm not trying to raise some sort of absolutely gender fluid. I'm just trying to keep her completely open to be exactly who she wants to be, whether that be tomboy, girl, somewhat boy, boy, whatever she decides is her path. Support that.
I don't know, monkey feet.
Yeah.
Oh, big monkey feet.
So what was your funny then?
My funny is funny and scat in one.
Oh, okay. We can transfer on to scat after this then.
So it's actually while you were up here getting stuff ready, Mum gave me a call. Just on the way to see Granny. We were just chatting away, and suddenly Zoe just did such a big shit that it woke Fatty up.
Fatty our dog.
He's like bounding over and sort of looking, like, and then she does another one. He's like, oh. And he was just so like on alert about your massive loud poos that you were doing. You just kept on coming. Yeah, it was a proper big shit. Yeah, it was. You were very happy with yourself.
I can imagine.
Because you were swerving away before, not unhappy, but just slightly. So that was pretty good. And I enjoyed her poo waking Fatty up. He did.
Hi guys, thank you very much for listening. We really appreciate it. And if you're enjoying it, please let us know by leaving a review or sending us some feedback. The email is blabberingpod@gmail.com. We'd love to hear your stories, any feedback, any news, any thoughts. Also, you can find us on Instagram. The handle is blabberingpod. We're active on there as well, so you could DM us. And yeah, if you've got 5 seconds, please leave a rating. If you've got a bit more, please leave a review. The words are very helpful. And give us a follow. Cheers. Enjoy the rest of the episode.
You haven't done the intro though, Skiddly Bop Bop.
We're moving into scat chat.
Okay, we're moving into full blown scat chat.
Skiddly Bop Bop scat chat.
Wonder how long we'll manage to keep that up for. So, yesterday at the cinema, there you go. We were there watching Willy Wonka. How far were we in? 10 minutes?
Well, wasn't that far in?
Yeah, it was like
maybe 20.
5, 10, maximum 20 minutes in.
It lasted the adverts.
Yeah. So she hadn't pooed for a day and a half, nearly 2. Yeah, because she hadn't pooed that night. She often does a poo either in the night or in the morning. She hadn't pooed that night. And I think the earliest she pooed was that morning, the morning before. So it must have been about a day and a half. So we knew a big one was coming. And then I was just sat there in the cinema and I was holding her and feeding her milk. Transpires it wasn't that she was hungry, was the reason why she was crying. While I was holding her bottom, I just felt this huge rip and all the squelching just live in the hand as the cinema was going on. And I was like, oh, fuck, she'll just bawl her eyes out as soon as she's done. And so I started trying to move, and then she started crying while I was trying to carry her. Got out, and she had absolutely filled her nappy. So I then go through into the men's toilets, and they're on the changing tables, and it's all like, she's managed to poo so much it's come out the front of the nappy, which is a rarity. And lo and behold, we didn't have wet wipes, which was drastic. We haven't yet. We need to make sure that we do.
After this, on the way down.
Yeah.
I need to remember to grab the spare wet wipes.
And so I had to use these little cotton bud things.
And not cotton buds. I like to call it cotton wool.
The little discs, the cotton discs.
Yeah, I shot in with earbuds. That would take.
Took a very long time. Cotton discs, and then clean her up that way. And so that was quite interesting. Took a lot of cotton discs, and it was a very wet poo, so it ended up leaking up over the changing mat. Then trying to clean not the changing mat, but the changing table. Then trying to clean the changing table with the cotton wipes, all sorts. It was a lot, but it was funny. Funny in the end.
Yeah. So lots of poos. She's had some pretty big poos this week, actually. She's had quite a lot of big poos. So do you like fondling a nappy like fondling the dog poo?
I don't fondle the dog poo.
You do fondle it in the bag, but you do fondle it.
Yeah, so when he poos, our dog, 60 kilos, doesn't just drop like little mouse droppings. They're proper big.
We're adult man too.
Well, yeah, like, think about, it's bigger than a tennis ball.
Basically, we're adult man shirts.
Yeah, it's proper poo.
And it's like a morning poo. Oh, yeah, when you're doing your first big one of the day.
Yeah, you like that, don't you? And so I'll often then, when I pick it up in the bag, I will just hold it in my hand, not like by the end, but like let it just sit in my hand as it were. Because it's quite nice and warm. And sometimes I do scrunch into the ball and then just leave it in my hands.
Yeah, Will's face when you're doing that. Will came for a walk.
Is it Will or is it Duncan? Yeah. But I mean, we've got pretty strong bags, so I'm not that bothered.
Yeah.
And it warms my hands in winter.
Do
No, it doesn't do the same thing because the nappies are so thick, and we're not outside in the cold when I change her. We tend to be.
Our house can be cold sometimes, to be fair.
Our house can be, but in those instances, I'm usually warmed up. The house is generally warmer than the outdoors.
It's been a lot warmer recently.
Yeah.
I think your insulation's helped.
Yeah. Yeah. You having fun though? Ooh.
Oh, we're getting towards Tetchy.
Getting towards oh no.
Yeah.
So we've got a few then from the old online. Oh, here's a good one. Got two actually. So two. We'll do a Christmassy one, even though this will be out on Christmas.
Yeah.
So first Christmas, our 6-month-old dressed as a tiny little Santa for pictures next to the tree. We therefore went to the mall to have him go. Well, in the UK, the shopping centre, to go take a photo with Santa. There she was, sat on Santa's lap, and as the camera clicked, he gifted us with a poo explosion right on Santa's lap. Laughter erupted, and the photo was hilarious. Hilariously, a quick clean-up followed. Even Santa isn't safe from a diaper disaster. Gave him a little poo present. So yeah, at least we didn't have something like that. A poo explosion on Santa's
She's tough enough and the 100% dressing her up as Christmas pudding.
Yeah, and then you're going to take a Santa photo. Creepy, innit?
But they're older, they want to do it. I think it's alright.
Yeah, if they want to do it, I'm not.
I've got to force her into doing it. She's like, she's not going to do it. Like, she'll be what, 14 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. You'll be 14 months. Chubby, chubby. Chubby, chubby. You like that? You're going to enjoy getting chubby, aren't you?
I'll try and quickly reread that so I don't make so many fuck ups in it.
Yeah, I think that's alright.
Okay. Oh, I won't bother. Fuck it. Okay, on the same vein of the photographs, here we go. It was picture day, and we wanted an au naturel naked shot of our 3-month-old son. Just as the photographer said smile, he unleashed a pea fountain, soaking the photographer and the camera. The photographer's stunned face was a picture itself. We all couldn't stop giggling. The lesson she learnt was always have a diaper during photo shoots.
Yeah, although you also be less dramatic. It'd be like, I need to get a picture of Hopper off the boo when it's full, so we get a little spout of milk out my nipple.
Yeah, you've done that a few times, haven't you?
Little nipple spurts, yeah. I mean, it's a really thin shot of milk. It holds it quite small. It's like a really thin, like, pew.
You've sprayed her in the face a few times. Poor girl.
Yeah. Milk facials you've had a few times. She also gets a lot of milk dribble here. When she gets excited to begin with, she's like, oh, all sorts like slides down her mouth. You've got a lot more dribble this week.
Yeah, I think her teeth coming in.
You've started chewing her hand a bit. So.
And her clothes. Like, if she has a muslin, she'll put it in her mouth.
It's like early teeth, baby. Yeah, it is. Can I have a look at your gum? Can I have a look at your gum? Can't see no toothpaste coming.
She's been very happy today. Oh,
yeah.
lots of smiling. Do we have any I'm a caring parent?
I'm a caring parent, but because she's been waking up so much during the night, I have been like, I could just dump her in the other room and cot sometimes. That's a little thought was in my head, and I'm like, don't listen. When it's her mattress, I should be like on Bowen sets. I wouldn't do that to you.
I'm a caring parent, but I've got a bit frustrated with how much she sometimes weed in the night. So much so that you've just stopped giving it to me and just putting her straight back
Yeah,
on
you're
the
not
bed.
making it being more good now. You know, when you don't have much sleep, you get pretty angry. That sense you want to dodge path pretty quick, isn't it?
Yeah. So today I'm feeling a bit flat because I didn't get much sleep last night. You were being a bit precious last night as well.
Well, it says to be awake at 1 in the morning, didn't you? You're like, I'm wide awake. I have a late edition funny.
Okay.
Not quite about her, but about Christmas. So on Christmas Day, there's loads. We've got 16 of us, I think, in total, wasn't there? So like 3 of my sisters were there, and they had their kids. So that was 2 nieces and a nephew. So a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and a 2-year-old. We gave them all their sort of their main present. Then we also got like a little Cadbury selection box, so the classic ones you get. So I opened a selection box. There's Maisie, who's the eldest, who's 5, and obviously had a few of these already. I opened it up, so I just threw it on the table and was like, ugh. Just looked so disgusted. She's like, I've already got loads of these. And I was like, all right. I mean, since when as a kid I wanted more chocolate? But it was a very funny reaction. I did enjoy it. She's very sassy. Whereas Frankie's reaction, who's our nephew, he's 3. He opened it up and was like, yes, I've already got loads of more chocolate. I was like, yeah, that is how I thought it would react. The more chocolate, the better.
Exactly, but guess not for Maisie. She wants smashed avo on toast. 2023, baby.
Yeah. What are you doing? You little dance? Yeah. Whoa. I was doing a little dance really for party tonight.
Yeah.
Fried food, games. Yes. We will get some fried flavoured tea milk.
Crikey, we're going to try and play Guess Who, aren't we?
That's nice. Games might not happen. It might just be fried food in this programme we found for us to watch.
Yeah, because Guess Who's going to piss me off?
Dan doesn't understand Guess Who. It just baffles him. I don't understand. So you're wrong.
I just don't think people have explained this game to me.
I was just thinking, look, explaining like little kids play it.
What do you do?
You ask questions.
Because I didn't quite link it to the idea of 20 questions.
You're on board right now.
Yeah,
Like,
great
are you always crying? No, you're gonna dance. Am I always crying? No, I'm gonna dance some more.
I'm going to laugh. I'm going to shout. Alrighty then. Probably sign off.
So I guess we will chat to you next year.
Well, it'll be next year by the time this is
Yeah, but I
released.
mean, we'll for us next year.
Yeah. Ciao.
Hi, my lovelies. Thank you for listening. Can you please like, review, and subscribe to our podcast?